afternoon, y'all. It is, oh, I just looked at it. It's Saturday, December the 4th. It's afternoon. Sorry. I'm cooking sausages for lunch because it's 12:30. And they're sizzling a lot. So that's good. Anyway, it's December the 4th, and I am way behind on making vlogs. There's a couple of reasons for that, but I'll try and go into that throughout the day. I've noticed when I was editing the last vlog that I put my hand behind my head a lot. I don't know why I do that. I don't feel like I do that when I'm talking to people and not a camera, so I think I just have to have something to do with my hands. I don't know, this is weird. Anyway, I've been up to a couple of things this morning, including laundry. So I'm gonna have to maneuver around. I wonder if you can hear this on camera. It's really loud. I've been up to a couple of things this morning, including laundry, so I'm gonna have to maneuver around so that you don't see my underwear hanging. I mean, it's clean, but I don't want it on the internet. So anyway, let me show you what I'm doing today. So first of all, there are these sausages. Oh, they're rolling around. No wonder they're sizzling so much. I don't know if I have the heat up too high. I don't actually know how long I'm supposed to cook them because I couldn't read the instructions, but I figured, 8-10 minutes till they look, before they look black or too brown. Should be good. And then I think I might cut them up and put them in a sandwich or something because I have some lettuce that I need to use up and a tomato. The tomato may have already gone bad, actually. Over here, I have some jars that I bought. Finally, I got these from Daiso. I didn't see them the last time I went there, so I don't know if they were just out. But they are canning jars. I bought them today, so there is some sticker residue. So I'm gonna wash that off the outside and also boil them so I can sterilize the inside because I bought cabbage. Big old thing of cabbage, and I'm going to try to make sauerkraut. There's no telling how that's gonna go, but I guess we will find out. Ta-da! My sausage and lettuce and ketchup sandwich. I looked at the tomato, but it's pretty wrinkly, which makes sense considering it's been in this room longer than I have. So it's probably not good anymore, and it doesn't look good to eat, so we're just doing ketchup. Also, turns out I only needed one sausage, so I put the other one away, and I will probably put it in pasta or something tonight for dinner. So lesson learned there. Now I'm going to eat, and then we can chat a little bit about what I've been up to for the last 2 weeks since I last filmed. Bought these cookies. These low brand cookies from E-Mart last night. They're oat choco chip. I'm gonna see how they are. They are individually packaged. So if you don't have good self-control like I do when it comes to chocolate, maybe that's for the best. It's kind of wasteful, but makes it easier to cut yourself off. There we go. This is what it looks like. Honestly, it doesn't look that good, but let's see how it tastes. They're really dry, but the taste is pretty good. Okay, so if I remember correctly, the last time I had a little chat in the vlog was right after my first 2 days of work. It's been 2 weeks since then, so if you recall, I believe that I mentioned that my first day of working was supposed to be December the 1st, which was this past Wednesday, but that is not what happened. So after the first 2 days, had my first weekend, tried to go to church. That didn't work because I didn't know you had to have cash to buy the metro ticket. So I stayed home and watched churches online. I believe all of this was in the last vlog, but again, it's been 2 weeks. I don't really remember. More on that later, because that problem was sorted out. But about my job. So the next Monday, I go into work and I notice that it seems really quiet. Like, I get there, the teachers have to be there by 9:30, and usually by then the buses are coming to drop these kids off, and I don't see any buses, I don't see any kids, I don't see the principal of the school waiting downstairs to greet the kids, which just seems really odd to me. So anyway, I go up the elevator to our floor, and it's still very quiet. There's no children there. And I go into the teacher's room, and our head teacher is like, "Oh, good morning. I have some sad news. One of our teachers tested positive for COVID, so no kids are coming today." So my third day of work, there were no children at the school. And so in the morning we did like a workshop on lessons, so all the teachers who have been working there presented lessons that they have done. This is my first teaching job, so I don't really have any lessons already in my back pocket. So I just presented the lesson that I did for my application video, which went over pretty well, so it wasn't a big deal. And then, let's see, for most of the rest of the day, I was just like, again, they have so many workbooks, and sometimes they have like printing errors in them, or spelling errors, or grammar errors, and so the head teacher just said, "You don't have anything to prepare, so would you mind just going through these books and looking for errors, and making note of them, and adding the correction, whatever." I was like, sure, so I did that for several hours. And then 2 hours before we left, she comes to me and she says, "So we decided," her and I guess the principal and vice principal, whoever is in charge of this, "We decided that this week, I think what we'll have you do is you can replace the teacher that is out, and you can just teach in her place." And I was like, okay. And she said, "We'll help you. You won't be by yourself, but we'll just have you go in and do this because they have to have someone in the room in order for the kids to be there." So I was like, all right. And so then I had 2 hours to prepare what I was doing on Tuesday, which honestly was not enough time. That was really probably the biggest problem that I had, was in the very beginning. I didn't get enough time to prepare, so I didn't have quite as good of an idea of what I was supposed to be doing as I would have liked. But again, everyone knew this, so everyone understood that that I didn't quite have a full understanding of what was going on. And again, the head teacher followed me around all the first day, all the second day. The morning classes are all the same every day. The afternoon classes are on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Tuesday, Thursday schedules. So I had 2 breaks each day. The first period of every day, this teacher does not have any classes. So the bell rings to start the first period, and I just go to the teacher's room and wait, essentially. So that gave me a little extra time to prepare on Tuesday morning. And then as I got the hang of it and started getting my lesson plans done on time before the next day, then I would just plan the lesson for the next day during those breaks. So the first couple days were kind of rocky, but overall it went pretty well, and I wasn't that stressed about it. And then, so that went on for the last 2 weeks. Yesterday, the teacher came back, and she had to kind of redo the schedule. We were behind because everyone missed Monday, and then we were also behind because I just couldn't quite keep up with the schedule. Again, I felt like I did okay given the circumstances, and they all seemed really understanding, so I don't think it's a problem. But I guess we'll find out. Anyway, So she came back yesterday. I finished out teaching that day so she could work on the schedule and contact parents and just let them know how things were changing. And then, yeah, I mean, it went pretty well. And so then at the end of yesterday, of course, I said, okay, so what am I doing on Monday? Because I should have had 2 weeks to train, basically, and follow people around, but instead they just kind of threw me into it, and it seemed to go okay, so I think they were... I mean, I don't know what else I could benefit from with the training if I were to follow people around. I mean, seeing different teachers would be good, but I already understand the basic schedule of the school and how they want most of the classes, the workbooks anyway, how they want those done, and what the routine is. And again, it goes really fast and it's pretty straightforward, so I don't really know what else I would benefit from following people around. I'm sure there would be something, but I don't know what it would be. But anyway, so one of the other Korean teachers has quit, or I don't know if she quit, or if she resigned. And she actually teaches some of the, I guess, extracurricular type classes. They do a science class. All these classes do a science class every 2 weeks, and I think an art class every couple of weeks, and a coding class every couple of weeks. So she was the one doing that in several classes. So she's gone. So the head teacher said, so next week she'll still be here on the first day, and so she can kind of explain to you how to do those, because you don't know coding, right? And I was like, no, I don't. But you know, art for little kids is not, I don't want to undermine anyone who like went to school to be an art teacher, because there are some really interesting and crazy things that you can do, but it's mostly with like older kids. I feel like when you are working with kindergartners and younger elementary students, it's mostly drawing, maybe some painting, maybe, you know, paper mache. But anyway, generally it's not that hard, especially if they're only doing this class once every couple of weeks. So I feel like I'll probably be okay there. And then the science class I had to do with one of the other classes, so again, kind of have an idea of how that works. So I'll be doing that in the mornings for the foreseeable future. And also in the afternoons, there is a class of older students, too young to take the TOEFL, but taking a class for preparing for the TOEFL. So the head teacher wants me to work with them on grammar, which I think should go pretty well, since that was a lot of what I was doing at the community college, and also at my own university when I worked in the writing center. So, I mean, much younger students here, so we'll see. And again, teaching to a book instead of teaching based on their own writing, but I feel pretty confident I can get the hang of it. So that's what's going on with my job. So far, so good. Kind of crazy. The other thing, there's been a couple of announcements from the Korean government since I came here. So I think the first 2 days of work, they told the other English teachers that the government is now requiring that all the foreign English teachers get tested for COVID every 2 weeks. So, we all went and got tested again this week. I had been tested that Wednesday, they all went that Friday. Earlier this week, 2 of the teachers had to go and test early because there was a student who had actually pulled from the school but was then confirmed to have COVID. So they had been exposed, potentially. So they went and tested earlier, and the rest of us went and tested yesterday. Also, this week, the government put out a new regulation that only vaccinated individuals can meet in cafes or restaurants. Well, only vaccinated individuals can go into cafes and restaurants, I think. And only gatherings of 6 people or less in Seoul and 8 people outside of Seoul are allowed. And I'm vaccinated, But currently, foreign vaccinations aren't being recognized. You have to register them, and there's like an app, and they give you a QR code and you scan it. Some places have like a phone number that you can write down just so that if there is any confirmed case that they know was in that store or that restaurant or whatever, then you can, they can contact you that way. So that's what I've been doing, is just writing down my phone number, which doesn't work, but I don't want to write down someone else's phone number, and what else am I supposed to do? Not buy groceries? So I feel kind of bad about it, but at the same time, I don't have COVID, and if I get COVID, I would find some way. I would talk to the head teacher about it and say, you know, I was here on this day, and they need to know, because I don't have like a registration for it. So anyway, currently right now, I can't go out and meet with people at restaurants or cafes because of the fact that my vaccination is foreign, which is really annoying. I understand that it's probably a lot of work to get the foreign vaccines processed too. The other option, though, is to get vaccinated again. So I may do that. It's not really an issue right now, but I feel like when it gets closer to Christmas, I will want to be able to go to a restaurant and eat with people, probably from church, maybe my coworkers. I don't know, but I can't legally. So I talked to my head teacher about it this morning, and she said she was going to find out more information. But if I want to get vaccinated again, I'll probably have to get the first shot next week, because there's a 2-week period in between, and I don't want to get Johnson & Johnson. So that's what's going on the COVID front. Today, though, I'm going to, well, I already did some grocery shopping and bought some home goods. Today, my plan is to go to H&M somewhere and buy some pants. There's also a lantern festival that I would like to check out that I think is supposed to end tomorrow. So I'm gonna drink some water and prepare myself, and then let's go. Okay, so in true, there I go, touching my head again. In true on-brand fashion, I basically didn't film anything I did while I was out. I went to Lotte World Tower, which is behind me, and basically did some shopping. I didn't really buy much. I bought some pants and a shirt from H&M, and then I walked around a bunch of the floors trying to find Lotte Mart, which would have been a lot easier if I had just read the signs. Anyway, I found it eventually. They didn't have caraway seeds, or if they did, I could not find them in the store. So I'll be making sauerkraut without caraway, but that's okay. The sun is going down now, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to go to that lantern festival that I found out about. It's supposed to take me about 45 minutes from here, depending on if I can find the closest station for Jamshil, because Jamshil has like 10 exits and I only know where one of them is. So I'm going to figure that out, and it's supposed to take me about 45 minutes, so it'll probably be dark by then. Let's go. Well, I found the stream, but I don't know where the Lantern Festival is, although it seems most people are going that way, so I'm going to try going that way and see what happens. There is a very long line. You can kind of see it in the distance, like right there. I thought that was the end of it. But there's more. Okay, I think I found what is supposed to be the actual beginning of it. I went the other way. That's where all those crazy balloons are coming from. Alright, well, that was really cool. Alright, so I am back home again. I changed my pants. I changed into my warm pajama pants. And I'm trying to stand on the warm spots on the floor because we have heated flooring and it's really great, especially when your feet are freezing. I think it dropped like maybe 10 degrees Fahrenheit from the time that I left to the time that I came home. It's cold outside. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog and me scratching and touching the back of my head, which I'm going to try to stop doing. Here's my poinsettia that I think I forgot to show you earlier. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to take this plastic off of it. I think I am. I just haven't done it yet. Anyway, Merry Christmas, and I hope you see this before the New Year. We'll see how quickly I can edit these videos and upload them. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.